Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Guthrie Kennard.
Well, thank you. Thank y'all for staying.
Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it.
Well, thank you. Well, you live here, Helen. You don't have
Wouldn't miss
a... Thank you, Randy. Well, once again, I'm very grateful y'all are here tonight. It means a lot to me. And, I don't know what else to say other than that. And everybody, it's just, I love what I do. Well, thank you. And I'm going to do your song. But this is a song I'm going to start out with this Mama's Cooking thing. I'm going to do this for Randy. To get Bill up here. Come on, Bill. You want to play, Bill? D. From the river come Marcy, barefooted with a fishing pole, wearing an old straw hat, dirty coveralls, Mississippi mud between her toes. Over yonder on the front porch, Mr. Charlie talking up Miss Pearl. Cool whiskey in a tin cup, sitting on top of the world. Your mama's cooking in the kitchen, fried chicken on the stove. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, yeah, she's fixing up some Louisiana pork. Sister Mabel on Sunday at the Ebenezer Baptist Church. Preacher done her 3 times till the devil come up out of her. Your mama's cooking in the kitchen, fried chicken on the stove. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, yeah, she's fixing up some Louisiana pork. And this what Jared sang. All right, Bill. Bill Sibley. Go on, Bill. Go on. Miss Daisy's in a pine box over at the funeral home. Rings on her finger, all gone missing. Grave digger hat on there but one arm. Your mama's cooking in the kitchen, fried chicken on the stove. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, yeah, she's fixing up some Louisiana pork. Your mama's cooking in the kitchen, fried chicken on the stove. Mama's cooking in the kitchen, yeah, she's fixing up some Louisiana pork. Some cornbread, some beans, and some molasses.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. 3 days of rain, mud between my toes, a first day of sun, cutting me a cane pole. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. A catfish fishing. Come on, Bill. Lily Mae's in the kitchen, making something out of nothing, snapping beans and fixing, while she keeps her whiskey hidden. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. Catfish, fishing. All right, Jared. Sting bait on my hook. I ain't had no luck. But way down there in the bottom, where the river is up, I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. A catfish fishing. Take us on, Billy. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. A catfish fishing. All right, Jared. Fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. Catfish fishing. Yeah. Ah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And on that lick, always on this song, you know that. So last night I was playing over at Magnolia Motor Lounge with my little friend, my little brother, Jack Barksdale. Anybody know Jack?
I know Jack.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. And so anyhow. So I taught him this lick. So he does a song. I wrote a song about pennies, you know. I found me a shiny penny. Ain't worth nothing but sure looks pretty. So anyhow, I was playing with Jack since he was 10 years old, music. And so yeah.
Read it up real fast.
I know, exactly. And so he's gonna. That boy is sick up on that stage. But so anyhow, so last night we played at Magnolia. It's wonderful. He does a song called $100 Bills, almost kind of the same groove like that, and he does all these licks and stuff I can't do. But at the end of the song, he goes. He goes, and I taught him that. But then that's my only lick I got. You know? So I got a 14-year-old, you know, is up there, stole my lick, and my only one I got. And so after the gig last night, I mean, Jack and I were magic. I mean, we're just like, you know, I don't know, Bojangles or in whoever, you know. And so I'm sitting there, and all these guys, of course, he's awesome. It's just not like he, you know, is a kid that plays guitar. He's great. So a guy comes up and he goes, well, y'all are like, you know, it's like you have this like an old dog and a puppy, and the thing about it is like you're on your way out and he's on his way in.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
No.
So, I said I just had to laugh. Well, yeah.
You're on your way somewhere, Guthrie. That's what's important. We're all on our way.
So it always tickles me. So when I first started playing with Jack, my favorite thing is he goes, Guthrie, he goes, you know, I'm just a kid. You know, everybody's going to come up to me and start telling me this and that and this and that. And you might not get to the tension that you would normally get if I wasn't playing with you. I go, Jack, you can have it all. You know, he is such a daring child. Smart as a whip. He's magical. God has blessed him with a path that's already in front of him, and he's going down it in the right way. He's not playing on these game shows or competitions or anything like that. He's a real artist, and I guess I'm going to do that song. Now, last night I did a different thing that I normally don't do because it was my gig and I had Jack playing guitar with me. But I love this kid so much and he's so good. I said, Jack, you know, this is my show. I want you to sing. And maybe I shouldn't have because he's going to Canada. I'm not. This girl comes and says, oh, I want to book you in Canada. Oh, nice meeting you, old man. And
Get out of the way
yeah.
so I can talk to the kid.
True story, kind of, you know. So, but I love it, and that's the reason why I want him to be with me. Now he's on his way. The name of Judd had him. Everybody has him on stage. He played with Ferlin Thompson, who Guy Clark's guitar player for all those years, and he played with him at the Kessler. And Jack was just recently, and Jack was also been in Max Gomez.
Yes, Max Gomez.
And Jack is just fearless. And but it was his show, and the Kessler was full, and for a CD release thing. Now his voice hasn't quite, you know, Michael Jackson's voice took a while to change. Jack's is in the process of doing that. So we wrote this song together, and Jack did. I mean, he does it differently. He does this beautiful slide work on it. Every bit as good as anything Dwayne Allman ever did. And at 14 years old, and and his mother and father are just awesome, and so they just a good kid. And so this guy last night we opened for Patrick Sweeney last night over at Magnolia, and so, you know, Patrick Sweeney's out there, and they're just kind of talking. You know, he's trying to, you know, accommodate this kid, and I love it, you know, because Jack's listening very patiently and listening to everything, and he goes, well, who is your favorite guitar player? You know, and blah, blah, blah. Just the older guy said to the young guy, He goes, well, Humid Sumter from I guess, what, Muddy Waters? And, or Howlin' Wolf and stuff. And the guy's just blown back. And Jack can play all that stuff. And he can talk it. My favorite story is when Jack was on Buddy Magazine with Billy Gibbons. There's a little section around picture of him. And so he wanted to go meet Billy Gibbons over at Billy Bob's when he played. So he went over there to meet Billy Gibbons, and Billy Gibbons is another, oh, nice kid. This is what you need to do. Just go out and start your band with the other kids that are your age, this and that. And Jack goes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He goes, Mr. Gibbons, I play with guys that are your age. That's my favorite Jack story. And it's true, Bill, And so we wrote this song. Now, Jack does all the cool slide work that I wish I could do because it's amazing. But when he played the Kessler with it, it was flawless. It's like watching an artist at work, and which he is. So we wrote this. So last night we played. What I'm getting at is last night we played, and I normally don't do this. I said, Jack, normally, like Ray Wiley will play Snake Farm twice in a set. Right? So what do we got to lose?
It's that North Texas thing.
It is. And so I want to do my version of it. I let Jack do his version of it first, and then I came back to different versions, and we only had a 40-minute set. So when it just, nobody knew, they didn't even recognize it was the same song. So, but his versions are incredible. But this is one of my favorite new songs that I've written in a long, long time, and I'd co-wrote it with Jack.
And if you'd like to hear Jack's version, it's streaming on all streaming platforms.
It is.
So you can go hear Jack's version.
It's awesome. So I'm going to do my version because I can't do the slide stuff that Jack does. And actually, we got two different song titles to it. Bill, you want to play some harp? Come on, Bill. C minor. There you go. This goes out to Jim Rainey, Stephen Rainey. Dark as the night, cold as the ground. Dressed for Sunday on a Saturday night. Blind Willie sings gospel blues down on the corner for nickels and dimes. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven for the devil knows. 7 whistles and 7 crows. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven for the devil knows. Go down, Moses, to the sea, over yonder Galilee. 2 trains running, let freedom ring. Look for the moss on the tree. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven before the devil knows. 7 whistles and 7 crows. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven before the devil knows. All right, Bill, take us on down there. 3 days of bottle and bailing a while. Hear the holler in the fields. "61 crosses 49. You gotta pick the chicken while the water is hot. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven for the devil knows. 7 whistles and 7 crows. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven for the devil knows. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven for the devil knows. 7 whistles and 7 crows. Let your left hand slide and your right hand go. May you get to heaven for the devil knows. All right. Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. All right, let's see what we got here. Here's another new song that I wrote about. I was watching some cats play some blues. And so this is another brand new song. You can walk in the shadows by a 6-string guitar. Howl at the moon, moan in a graveyard. Drink muddy water, sleep in a hollow log. Crawl out of a window out on Highway 61. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. Servants in the kitchen shouting out the devil. Waiting for the preacher, you had to bring her back a Bible. Willie's fishing catfish, Junior's into rock and roll. Shaking like Elvis in the dive down in Monroe. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. All right, Jared. You might have been born down in the Delta, raised up in a one-room country shack, South Dallas or Mobile, Alabama, taking a backseat on a Greyhound bus. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. You can't sing another man's blues if you haven't walked in his shoes. Go on, Jared. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
Very nice, Jared.
Here's a song that's on that new album. I'm wearing a hat because of the lights. I'm not completely bald yet, but I'm pretty close to it. But let's see. I have. My grandmother used to say when I was a kid I was going to wear all the hair off my head, and damn sure did. Well, this is a song. Now, Jim and I, we've known each other now for how long, Jim?
Since they were 7 years old.
How many? 62 years. And I'm still older.
He never caught up to you. Darn it.
I know it.
It's just something money can't buy. So that's true. That's that long and that deep. That's awesome.
It is awesome. And I have to say,
Yeah. Right.
and we grew up across the street from each other outside of Richmond and Chesterfield County. And I want to say, I don't even have words for this, but I'm going to try to put them in order here to really make sense. This gentleman, the Jim Rainey, I wouldn't say gentleman. Well, he is a gentleman, but he is
Your friend.
my friend and family. And so he is the most generous and the most kindest person that I've ever met, and has done so many things for so many people that has never said anything about it to him. He just does it, and it's I just want to just tell him that I love him, not for me and my family, but for so many other families he's done so much for, that he's been so quiet about, and it's changed people's lives for the better, and I don't even know how to say it. It's just amazing, and person that he is. It's almost brings me to be misty again, but
You're making him misty too.
but I don't he's just so kind and so generous and so real. And he's always been there for how many years, Jim? 67, you said? 62 years. And thank you. And that's his son, Steve. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir, Randy. And this is his son, Stephen, which I know everybody knows Jim and his son. Stephen's a race car driver, and Jim is too. I couldn't go watch him. I went out to watch him race one day in his Formula One out there at the racetrack in out there in Fort Worth on the side. I couldn't watch because anything had happened to him, I would just be devastated. So but nothing happened to him, thank Jesus. But this is a song. We grew up right on the river there in Richmond. It was quite an interesting neighborhood. Needless to say, and that river was our fun. It was our danger. It was our growing up. It was like a Mark Twain book. I know. And we're so blessed to have, our parents are gone, but our siblings are all here still. And we're so blessed to have that. So we cross that old Huguenot Bridge. Ride our bikes across the river to the drugstore on the other side. And this is called Hallelujah Across the Bridge. Across the river, sorry. To that old bridge. One day we rode our bikes across that bridge. It was about almost getting dark. Sky jumped off of it and missed the river. Looked down. How high was that bridge? 50, 60 feet? And there he was. Flat on his back. Stopped his car in the middle of the bridge. Got out over the railing and just went on down. And there was no way to get to him fast because it was all swampy. So I want to do this song in honor of all our stuff. Pick me up in the morning, take me for a ride on the road outside of Richmond, cross the river to the other side. Don't say much anymore, talk politics or religion. Forgot more than I remember, ain't a preacher or holy roller, but I sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Got drunk South Carolina in an old house, calculating the wages of sin between the devil and the Holy Ghost. Took a bus from the desert to the eastern shore, crossed the English Channel wearing boots with the Spanish toe. And I sing hallelujah, hallelujah. on the Macon County road. Think of every time I hear a train whistle blow. Like a cigarette, I gamble on the reservation. Had a long distance conversation with China White Buffalo. And I sing hallelujah, hallelujah. So pick me up in the morning, take me for a ride on the road outside of Richmond, cross the river to the other side. And I sing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I messed that a little bit. I messed a little bit of it up, and I go, doggone it. You know? All right. Where'd she go? Where? I was going to do Lightning and Thunder for her. Is it Susan? Diane? Suzanne. I'll wait till she gets back then. I don't want to get mad at me. You do my song when? All right, I'm going to do this song. I don't play it enough to remember the words, so I have it down on this piece of paper.
It's like my purse.
Spin through the wash.
My purse.
That's what the book used to look like.
I know. Oh, what it needs to look like? Well, this my friend in England.
That would actually make a good book.
Oh, thank you, Helen. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know why I can't remember these words.
You didn't write them,
Huh?
right?
Do what?
This is the one Pete wrote?
This is the one my friend
That's
Peter
right.
Lane wrote.
They're not your words.
Well, no, they're awesome words. And it's called, this is kind of a sing-along. I got 2 more sing-alongs. Are y'all okay with that? I don't want you just sit there. Uh-oh. We just did your song. I didn't know where you went.
He's pulling your leg. He didn't. Ornery.
Get old, they put you on a Lasix and things happen.
Oh, trust me, I understand. Well, it was a big sing along too, and I was wondering where you went. No, I'm just teasing. I hadn't done it yet, but I was waiting for you. So this is a sing along. My friend wrote this out of Bristol, Weston Supermare, England. You go over there and play with him. So it's I guess it's called "Strip Down and Wash Yourself." Where's Bill? Strip down and wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down and scrub yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Collecting my sins inside a flour sack, the joker gonna grind my bread. Heavy is a weight upon my back, Sister Mocha gonna make my bed. I'm picking up the pieces of a looking glass, bowling a horse for the glue. I'm riding on the donkey through a mountain pass, making my way home back to you. So strip down, scrub yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down and wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. All right, Bill. "37 years inside a cocker shell, sifting sand for my food. A wave came and swept me to the promised land, and that really changed my mood. A sidewinder came up to me and offered me a job in hell. I have to say, the money's pretty good, but the working hours ain't so swell. So strip down and wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down, scrub yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. All right. My sins inside a flour sack, the joker gonna grind my bread. Heavy is the weight upon my back, Sister Mocha gonna make my bread. I'm picking up the pieces of a looking glass, a ball and a horse for the glue. I'm riding on a donkey through a mountain pass, making my way home back to you. So strip down and wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down, scrub yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down, wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Y'all sing it, here we go.
Strip down, scrub yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Y'all are going to have to be louder. Strip down and wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down, scrub yourself if you want to get straight with
Now
Jesus.
shout it out. God, Helen and Bob are gone. Strip down and wash yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Strip down, scrub yourself if you want to get straight with Jesus. Go on, Bill. Bill Sibley. Thank you. Thank you so much. Speaking of England, here's another song I wrote over in England. There's a street called Park Street with a hippodrome. I don't think I'm saying that properly. And it's the last place that Cary Grant performed live. And he was doing a talking thing. Of course, he's from Bristol, England. So there's a statue of him down by the docks. And I love this town. It's just really, it's full of art and just a hustling, bustling people everywhere. Yeah, if he wants to. It's called Park Street. This song is called, anybody know who Banksy is? Banksy. Banksy is an unknown artist. Did all the street artwork over in Bristol, over in England. It's amazing. His paintings are now going for over $1 million, and they don't even know who he is.
Wow.
Let's see.
Who gets the money?
I'm sure there's somebody has that money. Nobody knows who he is, though. That's the thing. I don't know where his works, but you can see him all over the street art.
Yeah.
If you look him up on your phone.
How do they sell?
They cut them out of the wall.
Yeah.
It's on the wall of
They
building.
do. They take the wall, they cut out the part that's a Banksy, and put a new wall there. And they sell it. He sold one at Christie's, and I think it was that or Sotheby's sent one of them. And right when it sold, the frame it was in shredded it.
I love it.
And all it did was make it worth more. When it
Just,
shredded
yeah.
Wow. That's just.
So are you looking him up? Banksy?
Banksy. There's a great movie about him called
So
Exit Through
there's
Gift
hope for the
Shop.
people doing the street art in Dallas.
Well, I hope so. So this one is on Park Street as you go on England. I don't know how he did this, but there's a bridge. You walk up and looking down about 50 feet, and then on the side of this building is his painting, and it's amazing. It's called Banksy's Well Hung Lover. The girl. Should I say it again? Chair, can you say that in an English accent? Banksy's Well Hung Lover.
Well, like a Bristol accent?
Yeah.
Well hung lover.
There you go.
Well hung. Banksy's well hung lover.
That's it.
That boy.
So I wrote this song, because of that painting, and the people stop out there. It's like, going down to Daily Plaza in Dallas. If it's not a tragic thing, it's it's interesting painting. If you pull up on your phone, so, and all the cats, how downtown cats are. So I wrote this song over there. I love this part because the docks come up into the city of town, and stuff, and it's just gorgeous. So let me see if I can do this. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Walking up Park Street in the pouring rain. It's 1:15 midnight. Sirens scream, and Ruby the redhead says she's tapping out. There's a cat in the alley talking to himself. Believe his bus has run its last route, and down by the waterfront, the devil in tweed is playing his clarinet. And Beck says, well, I'm lover, will stop you in your tracks. Young girls in short skirts catch the young boys' eyes. And Cary Grant from the picture show is down there just standing around. I'm walking up Park Street in the pouring rain. It's midnight. Sirens scream, and Ruby the redhead says she's tapping out. All right, man. Bank says, well, I'm lover, will stop you in your tracks. Young girls in short skirts catch the young boys' eyes. And Cary Grant from the picture show is down there just standing around. midnight, and I'm walking up Park Street just like the night before. And Ruby the redhead says she's tapping out. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Milson. Huh?
It's got some crazy changes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
That's a great song.
Yeah, I like that.
thank you.
I really like that.
Thank you. I haven't recorded that one yet, but
Now you have.
I am. That's right, tonight. I usually normally use my fingers on it, which I should have. But I hope I didn't mess it up too bad. Thank you.
Ruby the redhead.
Ruby the redhead, that's right. She says she's tabbing out. Because in Bristol, I play it like Magnolia's Motor Lounge is my musical home in Fort Worth. But over in Bristol, England, it's the Old Duke. It's been there forever. And I've been playing there for 20 years. Thanks to Eddie Martin. I used to play bass with over there. But there's a Jack Calloway he's quite a character. He's a young guy, but he plays all the World War II music. That's awesome. I mean, it's just and he's got the look and everything, and he's a great musician. But so I was talking to him one day, and he dresses like that. If you look at Jack Calloway, look him up on the phone. Great piano and clarinet and all that stuff. You would think you were back in 1940 something. And he's so authentic. But one day I was talking to him, and he's quite posh. He talks like that. And he's just.
He said, Guthrie, I must get out of these wet clothes and into a dry martini.
Yes.
I forgot what I heard.
We need to get Jared a microphone.
Yeah, Jared's getting a mic next time.
He is. And so, anyhow, but Jared's right. And he's so posh talking that I go, and he goes, and he's like I say, he's probably 30-some years old. But I mean, piano, clarinet, you name it, singing. He's got, and the thing is, when he does his show, he does it like a 1940s World War II radio show. Yeah, so look him up, Jack Calloway. And he is a character, so he wears a tweed suit every now and then. And so that's why I say that there's so many characters in the story that I know a lot of people that don't understand what I'm talking about, like Banksy's Well-Hung Lover, girls and all that. Girls walk up that street in shorts, skirts. The guys are going crazy, so especially in summertime. It's just a great street, great little downtown part. Well, I don't mean it because I'm an old man, but when you watch all the young kids, yeah.
Not so old that you can't remember being young. Not so old that you can't remember being young.
Well, I wasn't young. I was just over there last 2 years ago. But I don't know what angle this is, but that Park Street, I used to, when I first get to England, I walk it to practice to get some exercise. It's up like that. I don't know what angle that is. Well, the first week I'd be going, there's no way, but by the second week I could walk it up. It's about a mile straight up. But it's just a great little place to be. Now, Jared is a world-renowned, like I said, magician. He has done his show all over the world on a top-shelf level. And I just can't say enough about this young man. He's because of Jared and Michelle, they've got all this merch and they put it all together. Jared did all the artwork. She did all the other stuff. What'd you do?
I managed.
That's true.
It would be a blank book if you didn't write all them songs.
Yeah.
Since we're on the subject, the book contains the lyrics to 66 original compositions by Guthrie Kennard. And Jared and I had the fun job of transcribing the lyrics to 66 songs.
Some songs didn't make the cut because it was like a perfect way to print them, and 66 is a great number, There are way more songs than that. Maybe we'll have a second edition with the rest of them.
We're already making plans for a second edition.
How can you acquire the book?
You can see me after the show. They're $20. I have them out here, and he'll sign one for you.
Oh, well, that ruined the book.
No, it didn't.
No.
Give the people what they want.
July 12th. Coming up, the day I quit smoking, the day I met you.
That's Randy Bell. He's been so nice. Thank you,
Very supportive.
Randy.
Thank you, Randy.
Oh, I'm facing it.
I like this one too.
Well, this song's about a little bit about everybody. This goes out to Ramblin' Jack Elliott. We did a show with, and I ended up finding this little thing. And Marianne was on it. Julie Bonk was playing on the record with me that night. Lightning and thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning and thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Now Ramblin' Jack got a new black hat. He come over from California, telling a story about Woody Guthrie. He said sharks don't eat the locals. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. The mountains on the fiddle, rising on the bowl. She barefooted with a ring on her toe. A rosewood gypsy at the Stradivari tone, tatted up our foes on her back. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Pappy's in the back just hanging out, talking about a king way down in the jungle. Prince Charles, Bonnie Raitt, the Cadillac play me no bass. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning and thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Sing it, Michelle.
Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain.
Lightning, lightning and thunder, thunder and lightning, but there ain't no rain. That's for you. Well, thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Bill Sibley.
Thanks, Bill.
Here's another song about Richmond. There's a place down there where we grew up called Shockoe Slip. There's a lot of history to it. Doesn't it, Jim? You want to tell everybody? The history of Shockoe Slip.
That's your job. I'm not going to tell them what I did at Shockoe Slip.
Oh,
I'm going to tell them what you did.
that's a lot of history right there, huh? Well, Shockoe Slip, back in the when Virginia started, was started back in Jamestown. You know, well, and then they moved on up to Richmond, made a town out of that. Well, the ships used to bring the slaves up into the Richmond, into the docks up there in Richmond. And so, yeah, it's you can feel it. It's very haunting. And also, Edgar Allan Poe used to work down there and live down there. And so between that and Edgar Allan Poe and, oh gosh, just, you know, from very dark. Civil War, And, yeah, it's just a very dark section of town. So I wrote this little song called Shaco Slip. Bill Robinson's from Richmond. You know that, Jim? Bojangles? Jackson Ward? Arthur Ashe? Here comes poor Edgar with a raven and a fishing pole. He married his first cousin, Miss Eliza Baltimore. Bound for Philadelphia in a 3x2 wooden box. Henry Brown, he crossed the river with a biscuit and a woolen cloth. You can hear the steam wheels rolling up and down the muddy water. Smell the honeysuckle growing over the Spanish moss. Now go down, Moses, to the landing and bring your walking stick. Hell is devil's half acre and the red flags of Shaco Slip. Now go down, Moses, to the landing and bring your walking stick. Hell is devil's half acre and the red flags of Shaco Slip. Old man can spit tobacco out in front of the liquor store. Miss Mary says he's a devil in flesh. Someday he'll meet his maker. The little boy blue can blow your horn. Sheep's in the meadow and the chickens in the corn. Down in the bottom in the pens of the holler you can hear this sweet blood call. From the 7 hills to the city of churches, burning bridges over the James. Ain't no ride or whistle in Dixie, running south on the midnight train. So go down, Moses, to the landing, bring your walking stick. Hell is devil's half acre and the red flags of Shaco Slip. Now go down, Moses, to the landing and bring your walking stick. Hell is devil's half acre and the red flags of Shaco Slip. Thank you. I hadn't done that one a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice, Jared. Really nice stuff.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, okay. Ain't nothing here but ravens and crows. An epitaph and a river bones. Stood in the middle of an old dirt road. Some say it's where he sold his soul. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? Promises made and then been broken. How many times has your rooster crowed? Some preach of Judgment Day. Some don't believe in anything. The tracks are frozen from the ice and snow. Sometimes words are harder than stone. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? Promises made and then been broke. How many times has your rooster crowed? Tin fiddle and a deadly bow. Sometimes I feel like a rolling stone. The ground it trembles when a cold train runs, and the blues ain't nothing but another man gone. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? The promises made and then been broken. How many times has your rooster crow before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? Promises made and then been broke. How many times has your rooster crowed? How many times has your rooster crowed? Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Allergies have got me. I couldn't really hit those, so I apologize for that. But my allergies are starting to get in my ears. I'm so sorry. Well, I think we got one or two more. So we used to play out down on every Sunday down on in Deep Elm, out on the street corner. And there was a cat they called a Deep Elm poet, and all the street cats, the homeless cats, they all got these names, nicknames. It's hard to talk and play these chords. So this is what this song's about. On the corner hangs a poet, no private Bible words of faith, a wounded victim of falling grace, baptized in the salvation of the streets. In the alley sleeps Napoleon, on a back seat of an old burned out car. A war hero, a purple heart, locked his boots on the luckiest pawn shop. And Queen Mary, she believes she once was, sits on a corner waiting for a bus. And Julio the cat, he's chewing bones, shot to ride, trying to escape death row. And peg-legged Slim, he's begging for a limb from a one-handed blind man with a tin cup full of change. And Chicken House Man swears he's clean, but his hands are filthy and his old bar cap stained. Little brother, he's running from the law, robbed a store, stole a car. Little sister, she got busted downtown late last night. Caught red-handed in the alley of denial. And in the darkness stands a rider, leaning up against the lamppost, throwing up his soul. And on the corner hangs the poet. No private Bible words of faith. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Bill, don't go anywhere. We got one more song. Well, we're going to do one more song. This is a request from Stephen. And thank y'all for being here tonight.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Well, thank y'all, seriously. And I know y'all please drive home safely tonight. I know Jared, this is the first time he's played with me. And I think he's done an amazing job.
I did my best for you, Doc.
I think it's Jared and his magic is messing with me. So, anyhow, but he's just a great person, and he's done so much for me and trying to make the music thing happen, helping me, and of course Jim Rainey. If it wasn't for Jim, I wouldn't have these and the shirts or anything, and because of Jared and Michelle, putting all this together, and it's just, I think they did a wonderful job, more than I deserve. And so thank you, Jared. And plus playing guitar tonight and caring about what he was playing. And Michelle's singing tonight. This is the first time. I mean, she sung with me, but she was so nervous because the listening audience is totally different from, anything else. And she was so nervous. She had to wear the pins tonight. I shouldn't have said that.
That's going to matter whether you get home or not. Depends.
That's why she's driving tonight. Just for the record, I was just kidding. Bill, tell us a story. Tell us a quick story.
I don't have anything right now, but I will say this. I would like to say this to everybody. As I had been writing very long. When I first came here and I heard Guthrie play, right here. That's where we met. And I'm not, songwriters are not the most social people in the world. We're social, but we're not inside, And Guthrie's one of the very few people in my life that I've actually, are able to talk to and really became a really good friend. He's also been a good mentor to me. I know I was old when I started, but he would tell me stuff. I wrote a song one time, and he told me, he said, I played it for him, and he goes, quit playing all them Leonard Skinner chords. and so it kind of shocked me. So he said it nice, but I went back and I redid the song, and I did it different, and it was more of a Texas blues style. And I was listening to them playing that on the radio in the Netherlands the other day.
Awesome.
When you're around people that understand music and stuff, and you keep an open mind, you can do a lot of things. A lot of people are pretty stubborn about stuff like that, but I trust what he has to say, and I really appreciate you.
Phil, here's to you. Thank you. I love it. You're going to make me misty tonight, too. But I've known Bill. He's one of the funniest, and he's a great songwriter, great singer, and I love his songs. And he tickles me because he's hilarious, as y'all well know. And the stories that he tells, my allergies have got me where I can't get my words out properly. But yeah, they're hilarious. And most of them, the funniest thing is, or the saddest thing, they're real.
It wasn't funny at the time.
I know. So Bill's been out, and Bill's old enough. You can say this here. It's 32 years.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Clean and sober.
Clean and sober.
And I've also lived in the same place for almost that long. When I was using, I used to move every time the rent was due.
Tell us another story, Bill.
Oh no, we don't have time for another one.
All right, this is a request from Steven. Steven's a race car driver. Y'all know that. Formula One. I can't go out and watch him race either. Now, if he was playing tennis, it'd be a different story, but he's a good race car driver. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. I'm gonna ride to the kickstand, 2,500 and back again. I'm gonna ride from here to there someday. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. shovelhead, or whatever the words are. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. I'm gonna get me a nickname, a girlfriend, or an earring, and take her on down to Randy's in the music room in Helen's in Waxahachie. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. Driver, preacher, pistol pipe, waist connecting all the dots. Little Miss Red's too naughty to talk about. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle some days. All right. Saving my money and sell everything. Get on my bike and ride away like Rando and James Dean in a younger day. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. A little bit louder now.
I'm gonna get me a motorcycle.
I wanna get me a motorcycle. I wanna get me a motorcycle someday. Sing it, Bill.
I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday.
All right. All right, Helen. All right. All right, Barbara. Suzanne? You were just Go on, Jared, you take it. See it. Randy? Here we go. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh. Hello. Okay. Oh, I am so. All right. Let's just go around the room. Here we go. I'm gonna get. There you go. That's it. All right, Brendan Joyce. Who else would like it? All right, Michelle. All right, Jim. Who's in the back? I can't see back there. All right. A motorcycle. That's awesome. Everybody, here we go. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. I'm gonna get me a motorcycle someday. Thank y'all so much. Be safe. Jared Kopf, Michelle Hubbard, Bill Sibley. Thank you, Randy. Thank y'all for coming out. Please be careful going home. And thank you.